luring is one of the most useful skills in the game because it allows you to move an NPC from an open area to somewhere more concealed, so you can easily take them out without being detected. Anyway, here are 10 useful lures from different missions. This guard is really annoying because they don't normally move anywhere. To lure them, simply drop an item such as a keycard in this location, and once they get behind cover, you can safely hostage them. I would suggest moving them toward the edge so their body doesn't stick out once you knock them out. And the financier, once you have the hard drive, you'll have to take out Ryan. When he's in the living room, stand in this location and fill up his suspicion meter by 2 bars to lure him. Then go to the side for a bit, wait for the suspicion meter to disappear, then lure him directly into spawn. Once he's past the door, you can close it, intimidate him, and make him follow you to the exit. In the auction, to get a disguise, you'll have to lockpick this door. Then go to the bush, face the camera, and let its suspicion meter fill up 1 bar. Wait for a bit, and eventually a guard will arrive. Knock them out, answer the radio, and get the disguise. The nice thing about this method is that this guard is always the camera operator, and they always have a keycard. Also in the auction, you'll have to lure the auctioneer. Wait until they're at a spot relatively close to the entrance. Let the suspicion meter fill up 1 bar so they face you, then let it reach 2 bars as you step outside. Hide behind this pillar until the suspicion meter goes away, then step outside again and lure them toward this area. If you accidentally go too far back, then that's okay, just try again. Anyway, once they're near the car, you want to lure them so they're immediately behind the car. Then hostage them, make them get on the ground, and interrogate them. In the deposit, you can use this camera to lure 2 guards and get disguises easily. You can lure the first one by getting the camera's suspicion meter to 1 bar. Wait until the guard is somewhat close to the basement before disabling the camera. This will lure a second guard, but they have to walk a fairly long distance, so you should have time to take out the first guard and hide the body. Then just wait for a second guard and take them out. Anyway, let's take a break with some entry point memes. And we're back. For this method, you'll have to loop or disable the camera right outside the spawn. Anyway, place a lockpick in this location. Then get your gun and lure the nearest NPC by getting their suspicion meter to 2 bars. Then unequip your gun and wait for them to come in. As soon as they turn around, knock them out and hide the body behind the corner. The gala is generally considered difficult because you pretty much have to take out everyone, but this method makes it easy to isolate and take out NPCs. Anyway, you can repeat this process as many times as you want, so long as there's someone in this general area. You can also lure people from this smaller room, but make sure they don't see you equipping your gun. Once they go inside that room, then you can lure them directly into spawn. This method does work with a disguise, but it's slightly easier without one because you're completely invisible when undisguised. This side door in the deposit can be used to lure several NPCs. Stand here with a gun and wait until an NPC gets their suspicion meter to 2 bars. Then unequip your gun and hide behind the corner. When they come through, close the door, intimidate them, and make them follow you into this area which the civilians can't see. This can be an easy way of luring the manager and getting the vault code, but it also works on guards and employees. For this method, you're going to need to climb the ladder and use a blowtorch on the window. Note that this spot is visible from the window to the right, so you might have to wait a while. Anyway, go in and hack the computer, which will lure an employee. If you're not a hacker, then don't worry, you can always disable the camera instead. Anyway, you should hide behind the desk and take them out once they come in. If you don't have a blowtorch, then you can take the long way around by going through the inside and opening the window as you leave. You are considered trespassing though, so you have to be fast. Also, the camera will probably lure a guard, so I suggest you wait a bit before going back in. This method in the cache is a bit more complicated. The first thing you need to do is hack the cameras and use them to locate the keypad. In this case, it's right next to the archives, though it could also be next to the back door, next to the basement entrance, or below the bulletproof glass in the basement. Then, you'll need to lockpick the back door. If the keypad is in the basement, then you should also lockpick the door leading to the basement. Turn to this camera and wait for a guard to come close to the door. Depending on RNG, you might have to wait for a while. While we're waiting, I just want to say that if you made it this far, make sure to comment #SparrowmanBad. Once a guard arrives, shoot with a suppressed gun, step to the right, and open the door. As soon as the guard is lured, unequip your gun, close the door, and take them out. It's important that you don't lure from too far away or else the guard might get a radio. Take the disguise, move the body to the side, and run to the keypad. You only have 30 seconds, so you have to be fast, but you should have enough time. Note that if the keypad is in the basement, then you don't need to worry about hiding the body, just sprint to the basement. For this method, you have to place your bag in this corner, a microcam at the edge of the elevator facing the janitor area, and a suspicious item such as a lockpick in this location. Then, watch the microcams until you see a janitor moving from the right side to the left side. As soon as they get lured, pick up the lockpick and hide in this corner on top of the railing. Once they reach the equipment bag, you can take them out. This method does require a radio, but it's also a fairly safe way to get a disguise, even in Iron Man stealth. I know this video had a lot of night heist tips, and I understand that many of you don't have the Game Pass. However, in my Discord server, there's plenty of people who can create lobbies for you, which means that you can play the night heist for free. There's tons of people who can play Entry Point with you or give you gameplay tips. We also have a lot of theories, discussions, bot commands, memes, and you can even vote on the next video. My server is overall the best and most active place in the community. To join, just click on the link in the description, make a Discord account if you haven't already, and follow the instructions to verify. It's free and it only takes a few minutes. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.